So I saw this video by the Contraptionator in which he improved Mumbo's face by making it smaller. The door, that is. And I thought, maybe I should do that, but just smallest possible instead. But then I realized, I did. 3 years ago. So then I thought, what is the second best thing? Well, to make it fastest possible, of course. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. So in the last video in which I made a zero-tick piston door, literally half the comments were saying stuff like, this is absolutely incomprehensible to me. But me watching this and having no clue how this or zero-tick redstone I can normally follow along with how most of redstone works, but this is just black magic as far as I'm witchcraft me, I never was. So this time I want to make more of an effort into explaining how doors like this work. Like I don't want you to leave this video thinking that zero-tick piston doors are some kind of black magic that only the elite stoners are capable of. It's really not. Also, this door is considerably simpler than the 5x3, so hopefully explaining it will be easier. Okay, first, there are two terms you need to know. First is game tick, which is the time unit in which everything is processed in Minecraft Java edition. It is 0.05 seconds or 20th of a second, meaning there's 20 game ticks in 1 second. The second term is block event delay, or BED. It's a little bit more complicated, but an easy way to explain it is delay within a tick. And it is achieved by powering pistons instantly, but in a sequential order. And there are many ways of achieving that. But this mechanic is also what makes zero ticks possible, because if you start powering a piston in one block event, then depower it in another, it pulses the piston on and off in the same game tick, which is a zero tick. And these zero ticks can be chained using block event delay, and it allows for some really fast movements. One of the easiest ways of chaining zero ticks is using an ABBA. Yeah, I used them quite a lot in this video, but didn't really explain what they were. So basically, they chain zero ticks in orders of A to B, but also B to A. And it all happens instantly, of course. These can also be expanded, so you can have, for example, A, B, C, D, E, D, C, P, A, but people usually just call them ABBAs. And there are many ways of making them, too many to cover in this video, at least in depth. But for the sake of simplicity, I will be using this modular design made by Spacewalker and Game for you for the explanations. Okay, now that we have the most important circuit covered, let's look at the door we need to wire. So it has two layers, first being just basically a 3x3, so that means we can just use a standard zero-tick 3x3 layout. To give a brief explanation of the layout, it chains 3 zero-ticks here to instantly start destructing the middle block. Then 3 game ticks later, folds right here and right here. Then at 6 game ticks, I fold the unseamless piston and zero-tick this block in to make it seamless. The timing for the singles isn't as specific. For closing, it's just the same sequence but reversed, and it all happens in the same game tick. That's the way instant closing is achieved. Then the second layer is an H. For the sides we can just do singles, but the middle block needs a double. But look, we have a double right here. So let's just put it right next to it, so we can share the inputs and it won't need any extra logic, because all the needed pulses are the same in the front layer. Okay, nice. So I began by making the inputs. A few of them were a bit scuffed to connect, like the ones I could share the pulses for. I guess that works. But then for the logic of the door, it's basically all ABBAs. Yeah, literally. I began by making the green ABBA, which does these folds. Usually when using this vertical design for an ABBA, you only need 2 modules. But since I had to use a zero-tick repeater, which is a circuit used for chaining zero ticks, but I used it to reach this line to power these, I needed 3 modules instead. Okay, let's see. Yes, that's good. And yes, good. That looks, yeah, that looks kind of bad right now. Then I started to work on the blue ABCCPA, which takes care of the middle block. Now I was also going to use the same vertical design for this, but I realized it just didn't fit that well. So instead, I did something I've never done before actually. I made an ABCCPA by just making 3 zero-tick repeaters and connecting them up so that they could be fired in the order of ABC and also CBA. Okay, let's see what happens. That is not reset. Good. And this should work. Hopefully. Yes, let's go. That is still the most scuffed ABBA I have probably ever made. But if it works, it works. But I was able to get it to work, which I was very surprised about. It uses the fact that a piston can't fire for another 3 game ticks after it's been zero-ticked. So I could just have a line going back into the piston that'll be used when firing the ABBA from the other side. Then lastly, I made the yellow ABCCPA that took care of making the door seamless. I used the same concept as in blue, and it worked really quite well. Yes, that's good. That's really good. And then this goes at 6 on opening. That didn't work as well. I forgot to link up the zero tick repeaters. Let me just fire that back. And so I need to power into here. I guess here. Okay, let's see. It should work. Yes, it's good. That's really good. So now that I had all the ABBAs in place, all I needed to do was connect them up with the right timings. So on opening, after blue fires, which retracts the middle block, I need to fire green 3 game ticks later. So for that, I used this circuit. And it actually didn't need a toggle, so I think that prevents it from powering and closing, because green had already fired and the piston that it's targeting would be blocked by then, meaning it can only power on opening, which was really nice. The last pulse at 6 game ticks was really easy, and I could do that from the input. Also, if you're wondering how the closing works, I just power the yellow ABBA, and that powers the green ABBA instantly, and that powers the blue ABBA instantly. Yeah, that's literally everything in one game tick. Anyway, after this, I decided to make the input, which was pretty easy. Just a dual edge zero tick generator, a line going into the yellow ABC CPA, toggle, zero tick repeater going into blue ABC CPA, toggle, and a 6 game tick delay into the other side of yellow ABC CPA, that's toggle. Okay, this might work. This might actually work now. So closing is fine, yeah. And then the opening should work. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna work. Oh, what? Okay, time to test it out. So closing, nice. Yeah, that has fired. Okay, good. So 1, 2, please nothing power. Oh no, I forgot to do that one. That's annoying, dude. So many things are broken. Okay, that should hopefully be about it. Okay, now it might actually work. Like, actually. Yes. And that is being blocked. Good. Okay, nice, the closing works. And the opening. Yes, good. Good. And the last move. Ah! It works! Oh my god, it works. Guys, it works. Fastest Mumbo door. Oh my god, the animation is so bad. That is so awful. But it works. Oh my god, it works. And it uses the most scuffed zero tick repeater ever. I love that. Alright, nice. It closes instantly, which is the main point, I guess. Also, the reset is really bad. But I don't care that much. Okay, bye.